I have to make me some tea. Yeah. Make me some damn tea. I heard getting rid of all the witnesses. Trying to get rid of all the witnesses that can tell on them. I don't know where that comes from, feminine. Somebody's trying to get rid of all, whether they doing black magic or hoodoo or something. Somebody trying to get, or poisoning. They're trying to get rid of all the witnesses that can testify against them. I just heard that. Y'all don't like me, do you? Because I be reading that shit, don't I? Don't my ancestors be telling me shit? So anybody that can testify against them, man or woman, they're poisoning them or they're trying to get rid of them by witchcraft. Anybody that knows about what they're doing or have information about what they're doing, they're poisoning them or they're doing witchcraft on them. Yep. 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 Somebody think they in the clear though, but they're not. They're not in the clear about this shit. You're not. So this is like a criminal ring that did a lot of shit towards people, maybe you feminine, and what they're doing, you know they did witchcraft on you. What they're doing is going to each doorstep and handing out their own karma because these people know about what they did. So the less, it's got to be a hidden court case or something. The less people that can testify against them, you know what I'm saying? The less people that they can get away with, they think they can get away with it. They're going doorstep to doorstep, basically doing witchcraft, something, getting rid of people. Or trying hard to get rid of people that can testify against them. That's what I'm picking up from them. So y'all gotta be careful out here. If you know that people was doing witchcraft on you or trying to take you out for whatever reason, money, whatever this got to do with, watch your food, watch where you eating at, watch all that shit, man. This is a coven that's sneaking around, going around taking out people that can testify. Just like say they was in on it with them. You get what I'm saying? They was in on it with them, and then now it's a hidden court case. You probably don't know about the court case. Everybody else do but you. Or people going to jail and you don't know for what reason, but it's probably behind you or other people. They going around taking people out. Or think they know something about it. Think. If they even got it, or they know something about it, take them out. We know a dark high priestess or some shit like that. You mother got plays for days. This is somebody that don't want to take accountability or do, this is something that they probably been doing for a long time. Like what I'm picking up, but I feel like this season after that Aries new moon is like they're gonna get what's coming to them. I don't understand how people don't understand that. Like when God see what you're doing or what you're trying to do, especially if you sold your soul to the devil gotta come collect. One way or another. So feminine, I don't know how I'm picking that up. It's some crazy shit going on. Like you could have like people just passing away left and right. Those are the people that are able to testify against these people that know something about what's been going on. If they think somebody know, masculine or feminine, know what's going on, they're taking them out. They sending spells and shit like that. So let's get these cards right here for the feminines. Oh, let me get the time. The date and the time. Saturday, April 25th, 2026 at 5:34 p.m. These demons, and we're in that Leo energy exposure. Okay, 2105. You could play 268, 705, or 145. You can play that. So what's these cards? Child, why is this in here? Oh, because these are masculine cards. That's why. Child, they taking them out left and right. You can have a lot of funerals around you. And you trying to figure out what's going on. This bitch or this nigga is trying to take people out. So these people can't testify against them. People that know what they did. Like, say a person be like, say they gossiping. Say there's a lot of gossip going around, right? And they got somebody to the streets, ears to the streets, who knows and who don't know, right? They got ears to the streets and people talking like, yo, you know, person did this. You know, person did that. You know how chicks gossip, dudes gossip. You know, certain person did that. They got people ears to the street that's overhearing. And so then that person go back and tell these people or this person, and they're like, oh yeah, they know too. Let's get rid of all of them. This is a psychopath. Like, damn, you're going to get rid of the whole goddamn community because everybody knows. Ain't that some fucked up shit? With witchcraft. So they got a dark high priestess or high priest on their side. You about to lose your job. So this could be a cop that lost their job, or they did a legal arrest, or they're on the verge of losing their job, or they already lost their job. Okay. Protest because somebody stood up for themselves, or y'all stood up for yourself, or something like that. They're gonna have been swelling. So this could have something to do with drugs, you know, cartels, something. It could have something to do with that. You know, Trump went and kidnapped them because he mocked them. And he went over there and kidnapped them. And, you know, I wouldn't say kidnapped, but just went over there and got him and brought him over here back to the United States. Not back, but you know what I'm saying. So that could be a leader. It could be a leader. Look, like people gossiping. I just told you that. A lot of people gossiping and they don't give a fuck. There's a lot of people gossiping like that. You hear masculines and feminines gossiping. Like, or you got masculines or feminines attention, or you got masculines attention, like, what the fuck you said going on over there? Some shit like that. You probably got a lot of masculine attention, like paying attention, like, what? They could know that you are a seer, or you're a clairvoyant, like, yeah, salute, I'm listening. Heads up, something like that. So if you got a platform like mine, if you're talking, there's a lot of listening ears, masculines, okay? And then also, they got people in the street talking, you know, about what's ever going on. Yeah, ops. I told you they got somebody listening. They got somebody that listens to the streets, like listen. They got an op out there paying attention and listening to the gossip and seeing who's gossiping. They watching who gossip, and then they come back and tell this person, like, you know, this person know, you know, this person know, you know, this person know, do you know this person know about what's going on? This person know about what's going on. Yeah, group. It's like a group chat. It's like a lot of people talking. That's what I'm saying. Teamwork. There's some type of teamwork going on. They're part of some type of this op is part of somebody's team. This could be another masculine or a feminine. They're part of some group, organization, or some shit like that. So they got their ears to the streets, like, what? Some shit like that. This some crazy shit. Child, it be coming out just the way I say it. Gossiping and you standing up for yourself. Look, beast mode. You going beast mode. You going ham. Okay? Yeah, look. Now there's a lot of funerals. See what I'm saying? You like, what the fuck going on? They're like here one day, going the next. It's some weird shit going on. My hand itching. Money. You see what I'm saying? Didn't I tell you? Child. It's some wicked shit going on. Like, how that just happened just like that. Some witchcraft. This is due to some witchcraft is what I'm picking up. That's why the ears to the streets, like, What? Motherfucker doing witchcraft? I need to be safe. Masculines, feminines. Mother got their ears to the street. They watch. Or this could be just like a lot of masculines watching. Like, motherfucker doing witchcraft. Look at all these masculines. Look what I'm telling you. And then a lot of masculines around them probably passing away and shit like that. All of a sudden, people around them like, yo, it is some shit going on. Like they are having an awakening. There's some demons out there. Look, see them? Child. Yeah. They was under illusions. A lot of illusions at first. You probably could have started waking people up like, wake up. This is what's going on. But you got a lot of masculines that be doing witchcraft too. So, you know, but it's probably other masculines didn't know, like, what? They surprised, like, these motherfuckers warlocks and witches? That's why my boy got taken out. It's some shit like that. That's how my boy got taken out by some hoodoo witchcraft. Yeah. Pop Smoke. A lot of robberies. Okay. People that wanted to do shit for fame, like get up in the ranks in a cult is what I'm getting. Get up, making sacrifices to get up in a cult. They're doing this to get ranks in the cult. They're trying to get a rank up in the cult. Masculines or feminines, they're doing it, they're sacrificing people with witchcraft. Wheel of Fortune to get the wheel turned into their favor. I'm trying to tell you. You waking up a lot of masculines to these illusions of what's going on. Look. See the masculines? A lot of masculines coming out. DJ. So it's something about a party. It's something about a party. Somebody got drugged at a party. Because you remember how Wendy Williams fainted on stage? You know what I'm saying? That day? Yeah. It's something about a lot of talk. Because these are talk shows. Ellen and Wendy. Somebody's name could be Wendy. Somebody, this is Twitch. So somebody twitching out and all of a sudden, you know, some shit like that. Yeah. This is people getting rid of people because they don't want them to testify. This I see New York, so something about connected to New York. Wheel of Fortune, California. Ray Charles, where he's born at? Where he in Georgia? Yeah, Georgia. Georgia. Some about Georgia, California, New York. Yeah, something about that. Yeah, run. A lot of masculines know they need to run for their life. Like they looking bad, like they really like paying attention. Like who coming for them? Some shit like that. People might be coming for them. Look, getting locked up. A lot of them getting locked up. Okay. Look, the Pope. So somebody could be Catholic or it got something to do with traditions. This will be the Hierophant. So it got something to do with religious beliefs, traditions. Look, sacrifice. You know who this is? The Magician. A lot of witchcraft. It's a lot of witchcraft. I keep forgetting his name, David Copperfield. You know, he was a great illusionist. Child, it got something to do with traditions, religion. So it could be a lot of people getting locked up. It's just like a lot going on. So you might be waking a lot of people up to the fact that it's a lot of magic going on. Hierophants. And it could be about spirituality, some type of tradition of sacrificing. You could be doing that. Look, Epstein. You know what he was about. It's like wankster type of energy. They was a wankster before they found out, look, serial killer. You know what I'm saying? That's from Shotters. Like, this is how they looking like, yo, there's a serial killer out here. There is a motherfucking serial killer out here. Like, fucking stay woke. Motherfucker. There is a serial killer out here. Remember that from Shotters? Somebody that do make sacrifices. Look. See the body part? He's smoking from somebody else's hand he cut off. They're like, it's a fucking serial killer out. Epstein, something to do with sex trafficking. Motherfucker being warned, like, yo, I'm trying to tell you. You know, it could be another masculine talking to all these men like, yo, stay woke, stay up. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah. A lot of gossip. It could be a lot of men gossiping, like pointing fingers. They might be pointing fingers at certain people. Like, yo, that's a motherfucking serial killer. Yeah. Look, Rihanna and ASAP couples. Something to do with couples. Man and woman, something to do with couples. You know, they might couple up with somebody, then they pass away. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that was kind of strange how that person passed away. Sacrifice. Child for a group. Something about transportation, stalking energy, watching energy. Because you know that deals with the chariot. Because he deals with Tesla. Elon Musk. Chariot energy. Yup. Stay woke. I keep hearing somebody say stay woke. So this is a lot of gossip might be in your community, your town, with amongst men. Could be a few women, but it's mostly all men coming out. Very few women. Only woman that came out is Rihanna and Wendy. So it's a lot of men gossiping like, stay woke, stay up, stay woke. We got a serial killer out here. You know, motherfucker talking about what they would do. Look, I'll beat a nigga ass. You know how Nagas be talking, I'll beat a nigga ass, he come near me. Some shit like that. But it's something about couples and, you know, the chariot. Like I said, getting locked up too. It could be people, you know, going to jail, getting out, and they're like, yo, maybe they learned something while they was in, you know, prison, was told something while they was in prison. Now it's all out here. So for people to get a wheel of fortune, it's something about a wheel of fortune. That shit all out here. Maybe you have people listen to you in jail. We got a social media, Facebook, TikTok, whatever. It could be people, men, or a lot of men listen to you in jail. A lot of couples. And they're like, yo, stay woke. I keep hearing stay woke. So somebody woke. I guess that's what they call it, woke. There's a lot of men that's woke. Staying, look, they just watching. Like, who that nigga? Who that strange ass nigga coming down the block? Watch that nigga, yo, watch that nigga. This is the main person probably talking about stay woke. Somebody's name could be White. Somebody's name could be Charles. Yo, stay woke, my nigga. I'm watching, look. I'm watching. Stay woke, my nigga. So this is somebody, masculines that probably got out of prison and they found out about something. Probably about the witchcraft, or they probably came home and the next thing you know, they're like, yo, it's so many fucking funerals. What the fuck is going on? Remember him in that movie, Tales from the Hood? What the fuck is going on? Yeah, they probably in that movie like, what the fuck is going on? Child, couples, staying together. You know, you probably helping a lot of people like stay woke, stay together. You know, be with your femme, be with your masculine, because there's a lot of fucking shit going on. I don't know why I believe, like, look, stay woke, my nigga. I'm just looking at Charleston White and 50 still like, stay woke. Pointing at people and shit. Watch that nigga. Look, they like, watch that nigga. I see him. I see him. And they gossiping. But you got somebody in this energy that's just there to listen. And go back and tell these same motherfuckers, these magicians, who is woke to what the fuck going on. And what they're doing is setting them up, like locking them up. Like, that's crazy. A serial killer doing magic. There's this basically a witchcraft ass motherfucking demon or a bitch or a nigga taking people out with witchcraft. They're a serial killer. They're still a serial killer. Child. It's like about anybody that know about them. That's what I'm picking up. But it's somebody from prison I'm picking up that just came home from prison from being locked up from these motherfuckers right here. They know what it's about. And maybe somebody in prison told them what it's about, like watch your back, you know, some shit like that. And they've been in beast mode ever since they got out of jail, like watching their back and shit because they heard some shit. Maybe you awaken them to some shit, so they watching their back from the serial killer. Epstein, that was sex trafficking, so it's a lot of shit going on. The masculine's talking. I hear a bunch of them talking and gossiping. Maybe in the house. They talking in the house, like smoking. This is probably why a lot of masculines stay at home. That, I mean, they ain't gonna tell nobody else. They just going about saying, yo, stay woke, my nigga. Stay woke. Stay woke. Ever since you've been talking, it's like, stay woke, my nigga. I see him. Yeah. They've been running from the cops. Like when they see them coming, that's what I'm picking up. Like say they're in the crowd and they just standing around talking. Okay? And they try to, you know, run as soon as they see the cops or somebody or see someone. If they see someone that they told them, like, stay woke about that person, you need to stay up on game about that person, they're running away when they see them coming. Meat Mill, see? Just got out of jail. See what I'm saying? Shoot, something about a judge. Yeah. I told you something about people coming out of jail. It's like they heard something while they was in jail. Probably what was going on out here, or either they watching social media or they watching your social media and you just woke and you saying whatever you need to say. There's a lot of masculines that's probably waking up and figuring shit out. Like, yo, this is part of some cult. You got a serial killer out here killing people with magic. Motherfucker Epstein. They woke. They got like a crazy psychopath. Look, smoking a cigarette with somebody else's hand. It's like a lot of shit going on. So these masculines are, I guess you want to say, woke. You could just have posts. Like you don't have to like have a real social media like YouTube and that. It could be just shit that you posting on your Facebook. Or once in a while you go on TikTok. It'll be something that you're saying. And you think people ain't listening. There's somebody in jail listening. I mean, real hard. They probably about to leave jail. And they going to be like this when they leave jail. Look. Look, they paranoid. It's what I'm picking up. Look. So what they do? Get woke when they went in jail or something? Look. This is how they coming out of jail. Look. After they come out of jail. Watching they back and shit. Or they telling niggas watch my back or some shit like that. Look, Trayvon Martin. Stereotype. Staying at home. I'm telling you, in the box. They enlightened to about a lot of shit that's going on. Most of these people probably staying. Most of these men staying in the house. Oh shit, they becoming homebodies, y'all. We can grab them up now, y'all. Now they want to stay in the house. There could be a lot of women and men speaking up. And they stay in their own little box. Their own little world. Like, yo. But when they go out, it's like, yo, nigga. You know, watch my back. You know, watch my back. There's some serious weird shit going on out here. You know, they could be noticing, like, cars following them and shit when they get out of jail and shit. Something about lovers. I told you something about that would be lovers right there. So they just, you know, picking one person or something like that. Because I'm seeing Rihanna and It's something that you're saying, something that you're posting, they just staying with one person. They're like not trusting man or woman. They're not out here doing that no more. You know what I'm saying? Going around with everybody, going in everybody's home, sleeping with them, they're staying in the box, staying at home. And they protecting each other. They got each other back. That's what I'm picking up with that Boys in the Hood card. I know that's right. We got homebodies now. Child, yeah. Ain't something good. Somebody leader. Somebody cult leader. Motherfuckers, somebody is waking up to the fact about a cult leader. Pop Smirk. And some robberies that's going on in the neighborhood, community, or something like that. You could have recently had a friend that somebody, you know, or you could have heard about somewhere in your community. Somebody kicked in their door, robbed them. This was from this person right here. Look, D'Angelo. Motherfucker just chilling. Just listening to music and just chilling. I'm just telling you, they staying suave at home. Like, this is some crazy shit I'm picking up. This is crazy. So you're awakening people when you don't know that you're awakening gods. That's what I'm picking up. If you're a feminine, you don't know that you got a lot of people on your TikTok. That's why I'm going to say keep going. On your TikTok, whether it's small, big, whatever, you need to keep going because you're awakening a lot of, we're going to say on my end, I mean, whether they black, white, orange, purple, I mean, you know, they're part of an ancient bloodline. It don't matter what color they are, brothers. If you understand what I'm saying. Black, white, purple, it don't matter. It's still my brother. Okay? But that shit right here is what I'm saying. Like, there's some creepy shit going on. I just heard somebody say, so they in the crowd talking. They be in the house talking or on the corner talking about what they heard. Like from you, and then putting two and two together what they heard in prison. Like some creepy stories. People probably, you know, came and told them some of their stories and it seems weird, odd, like what? You know how they be like, what? Or it'd be like a naga that be like, you don't belong in here. I heard that. It don't seem like you belong in here. Why are you in here? Some shit like that. Oh, this and that. And they tell them their story and they like, stay woke. It's some shit like that. Like, yeah, when I get home, I'm staying the fuck in the house. I ain't gonna chill with too many people. I'ma just be in the house. Motherfuckers shook out here. Whatever you saying, motherfuckers shook. They're watching their back. They're getting other people to, you know, watch their back. They're like just being brothers, I guess. Sisters and brothers, whatever. They're staying with their mate. They're not trying to go outside their mate. Whatever they're seeing, whatever they heard something. And there's a lot of gossip about this shit. Look, we got Pop Smoke. Okay? Like, shit is just connecting with one person. Okay? And then we got comedians. We got singers, actors. Like, it's a lot of acting and illusions going on out here. Like, they figuring that shit out. A lot of people acting, putting on illusions for some reason. It's like this. Why are you acting so hard? Why are you not being yourself? Why are you coming around here being fake so bad? What is this about? Why are you doing all this acting and, you know, fronting and, you know, all this drama? Why are you doing all this drama? Because some of these played in drama movies. We got Eddie Murphy, Goon Downey Jr. He did play some Boys in the Hood. Like, it's like, why are you doing all this fronting and acting so hard? Who you doing this for? Who you acting so hard for? They probably figuring out they doing this for a damn leader. Like, it's just a bunch of men. That's what I'm getting. That's staying in the house because it's a lot of people out here acting, putting on illusions like fake. Like, they seeing like right through it. And you see, like, look, you notice they all got black and white suit and ties on, right? So they doing this for, I take this as my Hierophant. Well, the other one is the Hierophant. For a Hierophant group. group. These motherfuckers figuring that shit out. Like, yeah, that's making sense. Motherfucker coming around you acting all weird and strange and shit. So you notice they all got black and white ties on. Black and white suits on, yeah. Here come the men in black. This some weird ass shit. And I'm noticing Pop Smirk got on black. Young Dolph got on black. D'Angelo got on black. So it's something with that. It's a cult. Towers. That bring towers. Yeah, there's somebody going around doing a lot of fucking witchcraft. I think motherfuckers figuring that out. Motherfuckers gonna figure out like to stay the fuck home. You know. Stay the fuck home. If you got a woman, you got a man, stay close to them or some shit like that. Stay in the house. It's some shit like that. Stay in the house, stay away from people. Mother coming around acting all weird and strange and shit. Like, why you doing all that acting? Yeah, it's something up with that nigga. So they using their intuition. It's something up with that nigga. Cause they probably know a lot of people trying to come up in a cult or some shit like that. Get with a cult, get with a gang, some shit like that. And some shit like that. Trying to come up in the gang. That's what I'm saying, marriage. So it could be a lot of people about to start getting married and shit like that. You might hear about that. A lot of young, old men get married so they can just stay with one person. Yeah, somebody trying to come up in the ranks with a gang. Somebody, so basically you got to take somebody out. They telling them you got to take people out. Let's see how powerful you are with witchcraft. See if you can take somebody out with witchcraft and you'll be a part of this set, this gang. Y'all must not be watching the news lately. The feds raiding every fucking body. You must not be watching the fucking news. It's too late for all this to be still joining people in. Somebody is an idiot. Or somebody don't watch the news. So this is like a smooth operator, whoever this person is, telling them to get up in this shit. And this shit's about to be over. This shit ain't gonna... Child. This shit is done. They trying... It seemed like a trap. It seems like they trapping somebody. They telling somebody to do something, and they trapping them. It seemed like a trap to me, a whole fucking trap. They trap somebody. So it could be kind of like blackmail. I'm gonna blackmail you. You do what I say. But this group right here is going down. I watch the news all the time. If it got anything to do with mafia, cartel, anything like that, they all getting knocked the fuck off. They all. I don't give a fuck. So y'all must not be, okay, well, they might be just trying to trap people and they mess. Like, put something, to have somebody to put it on. To blame somebody else for their shit, their crimes. So they trying to trap people in their own crimes. That's what I'm getting. And motherfucker believe that shit, you know not to come to me with that shit. You ain't gonna trap me in none of your fucking crimes. I don't be out here committing crimes. So this is somebody that either feel trapped or they trapped somebody in something. They probably went and told them, if you want to get down with this group, not knowing at that time that the whole group was gonna go down. They all getting found out one way or another. Each state getting raided. All these people getting raided. Not knowing that they was going to get raided and shit like that. They trapped this person. Yeah, you going to go down with us. You do this or you going to go down with us. There's some shit like that. Do this or you going to go down with us. They're going to go down anyway. If all y'all getting raided, you going to go down. They're going down anyway. If they did any of these crimes with you, they're going down for murder anyway. Or attempted murder. This some weird ass shit. Stay woke. This some weird ass shit right here. So somebody they going around doing witchcraft on people, take people out. Yeah, it's about to be a fight. Somebody about to bang. Then I told you about some gang shit. Old Block, Chicago. It's about young girls. Something about young girls. It could be some young girls about to bang out. Started from the bottom. Now they here. Okay? So this is like started from the bottom, now they here. So they got a big organization now. It was small, now it's getting bigger and bigger. They go Diddy, the diddler. There's something about young girls, and this could be a prostitution ring. This could be a prostitution ring with young girls and gang members. Somebody about to get in a fight. Ugh. Let's go. Yeah. Kanika Jenkins. Young girls. Something about young girls. Epstein is out here. Look, they're not like us. So whoever these people is, they're not like us. Or like these masculines. So they got a stereotype. That's what I'm getting. It could very well just be black men. I'm gonna just say it. I'm gonna just put it out there. Black men and black women. They got a certain type. Because I see Aaliyah out here. You remember all them older men was possessive over her until they ended up taking her out. You know, yeah. This could have. This go deep. This go deep. It got something to do with young girls, serial killers, Epstein, magicians, witchcraft. Look, deities, sexually transmitted demons. You see him bleeding blood out his eyes and shit. Yo, selling their soul to become a star. I told you to be an uprising star or something like that. Child sacrifices. You know, they say he sacrificed Chum, but they say his ops did that because he would not give in to, you know, this shit. That's what I heard. I heard they did witchcraft on him. I believe they did witchcraft on his young son. Cause how the hell you walk out? This is so many stories I keep hearing. It's weird because what is that in Virginia? Is it in Virginia with all them boys? They just start running from something, and then they turned up dismembered in the woods. Now this person, what's his name? Twitch. All of a sudden, he just walked out of his house from his family. The wife didn't know where he was going. He checked into a hotel. The next thing you know, they found him unalive. The same thing happening here. There's some witchcraft going on. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. With all this shit going, you probably be talking about this shit on your Twitter, Facebook. You probably do posts. You probably talk to masculines about what you know. You're probably very intuitive. I'm seeing this as the high priestess right here. Started from the bottom, now we here. You know what I'm saying? Started from the bottom, now we here. So motherfucker be connecting the dots. This not just stars. Like this is going on in your community now. And it reach from the stars into your damn community, try to get up rankings to become something. You know? I heard plays, look, stimulus. To get some advancement. A stimulus is an advancement to me. They got an advancement to do something to people in certain communities. These people got money. So you got people in your community, they got some type of advance to start, you know, fucking with you. And it's to get with this high ranking as Hierophant group. Now, what I say is the government. I don't think it's the government. I think this is just people that's part of some type of Hierophant group. I don't think the government, it's other people. Like people that deals with like gangs and, you know, sex trafficking and shit like that. It could be like a Hierophant. A Hierophant could be like a judge or a mayor, somebody in your fucking city doing this shit. They into sex trafficking, young girls and shit like that, and sacrificing or attaching, you know, sexually transmitted demons. So it's a group of them that's going out here. That's why people probably stay to themselves, because you probably talk about that too, like sexually transmitted demons, some shit like that. Them try to get you for a long time, probably, to attach this demon. You know what I'm saying? This is weird what I'm picking up, films. There's a lot of men gossiping out, though, about witchcraft. What they're finding out, it's probably some of them got out of jail and they're talking about this shit. And they like, and I hear somebody say, they come near me, I'm like, ooh, you know, I'll fuck their ass up. Some shit like that. How you gonna fuck somebody up with? It could be some men that wake up with scratches on them. So, I mean, they might believe that shit. Like, yo, somebody sent the demon. They probably showing their friends. Somebody sent the demon to me last night. I don't know why I'm picking this up, goddesses, but this is... They got an advancement to come after these certain people. They got to advance. This shit crazy. A magician, Epstein, child, ops. Like I said before, it's something about ops. He didn't want to join, and they took his son out. Kind of like, I'm just put it back like with my aunt. They don't want to join and ended up taking people out. Didn't I tell you about that? No? It's kind of, see, that's what I'm saying. Whatever they're going through, you're going through it. Now the head, what I'm getting, it ain't just head, just up there now. It's coming into the communities now. The same thing. Or if it was hidden, it's not hidden no more. That's what I'm picking up. What's really truly going on? Where's that card at? Because I keep thinking about that card right there. So, what I'm picking up is they didn't want to join. First, they took his wife out. You know, she was talking about some shit too, Angie Stone. And maybe his parents didn't want to join. So it got something to do, you don't want to join. I'm telling you, this is like an antichrist. I don't give a fuck when nobody say, this is the fucking antichrist. This is the antichrist. It's not just in the, you know, in Starland no more. It's out here now. And these motherfuckers get an advancement to come after you. They get payment, cars, shit like that, to do dirty shit to you. So they got an advancement to do this dirty ass shit. Look, Woody. Like, I don't know nothing. That's what I'm telling you. Like, what the fuck is going on? Like, men going to court. Like, what the fuck? What are you talking about? What is going on? That's a way of punishment. Punishing these men. That's a way of punishing these men. Okay, well, you know, we'll make up something and you just go to jail. This very well could be a judge, a mayor in your city, a judge, something like that, doing this shit like they're the Antichrist. They're down with the Antichrist. And they got an advancement to come for you, feminine. Maybe you speak up. You're about to lose your job. Maybe you spoke up about that, like, you're about to lose your job. You know, maybe you spoke up on corrupt judges and police officers. And they can't let that get out that they work for the goddamn, you know, Antichrist. Child. Witches. And they got witches underneath their belt. See what I'm saying? The craft. They got a whole bunch of witches underneath their belt that do witchcraft for them. Child, what the fuck is this shit? See, but let me tell you, you know, and they're like, oh, you can't beat us. We're dark. We've been doing this for dynasties after dynasties. We've been taking people out with witchcraft. You know what I'm saying? But you probably had to up your protection and shit like that on these witches. This is what these masculines are talking about. These are like pointing them out. Like, I see them. Look. Yeah, I see them. See her? Witch. See her? Witch. See her? Witch. That's what they doing. They pointing them motherfuckers out. Pointing them out. Pointing them out. Pointing them out. Young jock. They pointing them out now. And these motherfuckers don't like that because you know that get exposed. Like, I just keep hearing, what are you talking about? So somebody recently went to jail and they're like, what the fuck are you talking about? Fuck are you talking about? It's some shit like that. So whoever this Hierophant is, they got witches on it underneath their belt. They can have daughters that's witches, or you know, they know a lot of witches. But there's a lot of gossip about something happened when somebody went to court or when somebody went to jail. They heard something about witches and they heard something about this Hierophant group. A Hierophant, a mayor, something like that. They heard about some witches. They got you about to lose your job. Child. Ooh. So you got a mayor or a senator that's in your town that's an antichrist. They was told to come for you. Everybody got a stimulus, advancement to try to take you out in your town, your city. Mother got cars, motherfucker got all that shit to do this shit. But what's been happening is they've been getting took out. See what I'm saying? Like, this some weird ass shit. How you get an advancement to go take somebody out? But something else is going on. These masculines is talking. Birdman. Fell asleep on the Hot Boys reunion. So you see what I'm saying? Like, these demons are acting a fool. Like, something, they got a demon attack. Like, say men went out there and slept with women. They're starting to see the effects of them sleeping with these witches. Like, it's no more illusion. Like, yeah, they telling the truth. Like, if you got a post like that telling the truth about sexually transmitted demons, they out there like, watch her, man. Watch her. Keep your eye on her. Like, yeah, don't fuck with her, man. No. Like, they warn them up. So if they in a relationship, they probably just sticking with that person. They ain't fucking with certain women in their community. They already pointed them out. Like, that's a witch. That's a witch. That's a dark witch. They work for this Hierophant group. They do witchcraft. They like pointing motherfuckers out and then at the same time watching their back. They're watching their back, especially if they see them deal with younger women. If they see them deal with young girls, younger women, shit like that, they staying away from them. Because they probably know, yeah, you part of that Hierophant group. Or you trying to get me, they come around them acting weird. That's what I'm picking up. A lot of dudes come around them acting weird, like, what the fuck wrong with you? Look. Trying to get them like, we want you. We want you. No, you don't. And then, like I said, where's it at? Where's it at? I told you every time you say no, they do some witchcraft. That's what they do. Child. Domestic violence. Something with domestic violence. You know, that was Diddy. Girl. A lot of people turning their backs. Maybe on, you know, if they do look good or some shit like that. Or they turning their back on domestic violence or whatever. They turning their back, or they see them coming. They see these girls, these women coming. Or they know people's being sent in. They turning their back on them. No, use a witch. I told you somebody, judge. It's like a triangle. It's like senator, mayor, and then a judge. Like this is the Antichrist or some shit like that. I don't know. They got down with the Antichrist. Somebody being cross-eyed too. Ooh wee. There we go. Government. That's the government. It's not. These big time government presidents and shit like that. They don't got enough time to be. They do, but they ain't thinking about no fucking shit like this. This is your local motherfuckers doing this shit. They have the time. The president don't even know what the fuck going on in your town. Half the time they don't even fucking know what's going on in your town, your city, your community. You gotta report that shit. You gotta report that shit. Breakups. Some about breaking up. It's some about breaking up. They break up relationships just so they can send one of these demons in. They break up relationships on purpose and then they set you up. See that shit? Then set you up. Break up your relationships. Then try to send somebody in and then set you up. Plots. It could have been plenty like illusions. Been a lot of fucking illusions. They follow the yellow brick road and they know exactly where to go to the big tops, motherfuckers. The motherfuckers that's sitting in them goddamn chairs. You ain't fooling nobody. So this is somebody that made up a cult on their own. And you know in here they have flying monkeys, witches, dark witches, and one good witch, a healing witch. Then they had flying monkeys, and then they had a dark ass witch until it ended till the house fell on her ass. You know what I'm saying? So wherever this is going on at, they probably been having tornadoes. You've been hearing a lot about these tornadoes, right? It's because of the hoodoo and the witchcraft they've been practicing, trying to clean this shit up. I did tell y'all something about rain or something like that. You might get a pouring down of rain and thunder. If you do, that's your ancestors cleaning this shit. That means that shit going on where you at. And they clearing that shit the fuck up. If you get pouring down rain, thunderstorm, rain, they clearing that shit up because somebody in your community is doing some fucking heavy ass dark magic. Your ancestors gonna come through and clean that shit the fuck up. So you teaching masculines like what to look out for. That's what I'm getting. Yo, heads up, or you know, don't fuck with that bitch. You know, I hate to say it like that, but don't fuck with that bitch. Yo, yeah, I see her. I see it. I see her coming. Yeah, it's some shit like that. Motherfuckers just sticking to who they want to stick to, and that's it. They might be out here getting married. You might hear about marriages, you know, at a high rate. It's something going on. Like, they got paid advancement to stalk you, follow you, fuck with you, set you up. They got advancement in doing this. It's a high-ranking person. They got wealth. And they part of this Epstein shit, sex trafficking. They got a gang involved with them. But I keep saying, I'm watching the news. All y'all going down. What part you don't understand? You retarded? Are you slow? I just seen on the news the other day, a man in jail was running people out here. He's with the mafia, Mexican mafia. All the motherfuckers got locked the fuck up. It's like 123 of these motherfuckers. They just got locked up. So anything less will be uncivilized. You join this shit, you gonna go down with them. That's all I'm gonna tell you. It's a plot, it's a setup. They all going down. I don't give a fuck what illusions they send the fuck out. They all going down. I just seen 123 of them get locked up in LA. They doing raids. They call it Gangsta's Paradise. That was the raid called Gangsta's Paradise. Go ahead, rock with them. Motherfucker gonna find out the hard motherfucking way with that shit right there. That's some weird ass shit. They all getting in trouble for this shit. Motherfucker don't even understand like you're being investigated. They don't even know if they don't under investigate. They had, that's what they call it, Operation Gangsta Paradise. Lord have mercy. It is not a good time to join a gang. It's not a good time to do none of that shit. It's a good time to concentrate on yourself and go heal some goddamn way. Do some self-care and just watch your back and just make sure you up on shit. That's what it's a good time to do, masculines or feminines. It ain't good time to do that. They doing stings. Do you understand what I'm saying? They doing stings. I seen that shit. I was like, what the fuck? He running shit from inside the jail. On the outside, telling everybody what to do, what moves to make and shit. Like, nobody should have that much power in jail. Shit, you never know. That could have been a person that was coming for you. You know, whatever. They got him. So, bye-bye. Get the fuck out of here. That's some weird ass shit. We got community. Didn't I say something about your community? You could see masculines acting strange in your community. Like, you know, looking behind them and or sticking together. It could be a bunch of them now together. They're like, we ain't going for that shit, man. Or somebody that's intuitive, a masculine that's intuitive. I don't fuck with that bitch. That bitch is a witch. Stay away from that bitch. My boy fuck with her and this happened or some shit like that. They could be telling each other that shit. Like, they got intuition. All their chakras might be in alignment in your community right now. Don't fuck with that bitch. That bitch do witchcraft. Or if it ain't happened yet, you're going to start seeing this changes. A lot of changes because butterfly transformation. There's a lot of masculines about to change. There's this big ass butterfly right there. What's this? Transformation. Didn't I just say that? And then you got diligence. And they're going to stay diligent on that shit. Ascensions. And then you got fulfillment. The Georgia peach. That plump. You know, they like the goddesses plump, you know, whatever. But yeah, it's something gonna change. It's a trend. Right after a rain and thunderstorm, y'all, you're gonna see masculines, you're gonna see different changes, you're gonna see just people just changing. I did that reading, like the children, for some reason, gonna be waking up, you know, seeing visions. Their chakras are gonna be in alignment. I don't care how old they are. And when they tell you something, listen. That's what I'm saying. They say they see something, believe them. Don't be thinking they got an imaginary friend. Child, let me get this totem. Child. I'm telling you, it ain't a good time to be joining these motherfuckers. They're sending out illusions at this point, because we all know y'all going down. All y'all going the fuck down. Y'all can stop sending out these goddamn illusions. You're going the fuck down. Plain and simple. Operation Gangsta Paradise. Yep. Gangsta's Paradise. At this point, they're just setting people up in their own crimes. That's what it would be to me. Setting people up in their own crimes, trying to, you know, at this point. So you never know, and your community could have a sting operation going on, and you not know about it. You ain't got nothing to do with it. Stay the fuck out of it. That could be another reason why people's trying to come for you, like trying to put you places and do all this weird shit. I'm going to put you involved in this, and you be like minding your business. It could be people trying to put you involved with this shit so you can get caught up in their shit. Or somebody could have been trying to set you up in their fucking bull crap, you know, trying to use you as they fucking scapegoat. No, bitch. If they doing this thing, they're not committing no crimes. Your ass going down. Ain't nobody going down for you. You going to fuck down. Wishful thinking. It says wishful. Dreaming, right timing. It's just going to be at the right time and something going to happen. You know, wishful. You just wishful. Like I said, just, you know, mind your own business. You ain't got shit to do with stay in your home. It's going to be a lot of masculine. Maybe that's another thing. Try to put people, pin shit on people that they have nothing to do with this shit. They could be going around doing that. I'm going to pin you on. I'm going to pick you. I'm going to pick you to pin this crime on so I can get away. No, bitch. You ain't getting away with shit. You did the crime. You're going to do the motherfucking time. And if they doing a sting, your ass in it. Your ass involved and your ass going to fuck down. Nigga or bitch. And I mean that shit. You ain't set nobody up in shit. That's your shit. You deal with it. You ain't gonna set me up in no shit, knowing I be by myself. I don't even hang with nobody. That's what you're gonna notice a lot of people transforming, like staying home. You're gonna notice a lot of masculine is not fucking with nobody, even if they single. You're gonna notice them not fucking with nobody. They just staying home, staying to themselves, going to work, going home. That's it. And chicks, if they already a couple, you're gonna see them at home. Or you're gonna see with they chick all the time to make sure they chick straight. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be a whole transformation. Because motherfuckers awaken to what the fuck going on out here. Or they are awakening or about to. Whatever you saying on your post, if it's social media, keep going. I don't give a fuck how small your TikTok is, your Facebook, somebody is listening. It might be somebody in jail, one of these people that they try to set up that's about to come home, and they probably come spread the word like, yo, let me tell you what I just heard, and I'll tell you what I just been through. Maybe that's that part I was picking up. Let me tell you what I heard and what I've been. Yo, stay away from this bitch, that bitch, this nigga. They weird. They in some weird ass shit. They up to no good. They do. They know. They're a witch. They're a warlock. It could be people coming home saying that, or they try to pin me with a crime I ain't commit, some shit like that, and they got off of that shit. Maybe they switched their judge or something. Maybe the judge didn't see something right. One time, I know somebody tried to set me up. Because I remember one time, when, if I wouldn't have ran, I wouldn't have did no jail time. I was scared. I never did jail time. So, when I went to jail for those 30 months, I'm in the paper too on that shit. Doing real good. Okay? But when I went to jail for those 30 months, and the dumb thing is, when I went to court, when they finally caught me after the 4 years, they was like, what you run for? You wasn't going to get no jail time. I just didn't show up to court. I was like, damn, now we got to give you jail time. But when they looked at my files, okay, I noticed when they kept looking at my files, they kept looking over them like strange. Like, they tried to mix my files in with somebody else. And the only one that really did something about it is, because I'm not supposed to be on probation. I'm not supposed to be on parole. I'm supposed to do my 30 months. I'm only supposed to have did my 30 months, and that's the fuck it. I'm not supposed to do they didn't say nothing about no probation, no parole. They put me on probation. They took me to a halfway house. Look, I went through the whole system, and it was only 30 months. And I did the whole 30 months. No, actually, it wasn't even 85%. It was like 25% of your time. Then a year in halfway house. And then after that, it's supposed to be free. They told them probation, parole. They had me doing the whole goddamn system, the goddamn prison. Then my crime wasn't even that motherfucker. That my crime only carry a year. So that was strange. I'm like, what? When they told me that, oh, you got this, you got this. Y'all better look deep in that shit. No, the fuck I don't. They was like, my crime only carry a year. So, yeah, why am I doing halfway house and fucking probation and parole? Parole and then probation. Why am I doing all this for a year crime? Child, tell me why that parole officer was looking at my file. He said, something ain't right. He looked at my file. He said, hold up. When I went to go visit him one day, he was like, see what I'm saying? Release. He wrote for a release. He told his supervisor, look over this shit. Something ain't right with this file. They had my file mixed up with somebody else, so somebody tried to set me up. Somebody tried to get me to stay in there longer than what I was supposed to stay in. It sounded like that shit from Medea. Medea go to jail. How that bitch, that prosecutor did that girl for prostitution. Said she got life for prostitution. It sounded like it wasn't no prostitution. Okay? But I'm saying, it sounded like a person in the judicial system put some shit in my files and tried to keep me in there for a long time. And if he wouldn't have caught that, I would have been fucked up. Like, what? I got to do all this time on this and that. It's only a year crime. What the fuck? Yeah. They looked that shit over. They could have been investigating that shit since then. And that was in like, what, 2005? 2004? They probably started investigating these people like, the fuck? Because he was like, I went back that Wednesday after he said, just go ahead and leave because I gotta do something. The strange look on his face. The look on his face was strange. Like, he was like, just go ahead and leave. I'll come back, next Wednesday. So when I come in there, that's the time I wrote my book, all that shit. I had wrote my, poetry book, plus my poetry book. So when I came back, he was like, guess what? And I was like, what? You don't got probation no more. You ain't got parole no more. I'm like, what? He said, yeah, I wrote my supervisor. They said, you off. I said, why? They said, don't worry about it. That's all he said. Don't worry about it. So they could have been investigating that shit. Like, who did that? Who put them goddamn files in my fucking shit? So they could have been investigating that shit for a long time. They could still be investigating that shit. So you've been seeing shit go around like they do shit like that. I told you some corrupt motherfuckers. Like, you basically try to set me up like Medea go to jail. And that was only a year ago. I said, I'm asking them, like, why did I do it? It's only a year. I only had 30 months. Until they look at that file, they're like, Even with probation. When I went from parole to probation, I'm like, how am I doing the whole goddamn system, man? I ain't underlying nobody. I ain't do none of that shit. It was no heavy crime. She got me off here quick. She was like, oh, yeah, you're not supposed to be on probation. You see what I'm talking about? This crooked ass shit motherfucker be doing? It's somebody been following you. It's somebody been doing some dirty fucking shit to you. It's somebody been following you and doing some dirty, wicked shit to you. Y'all gotta pay attention. Man or woman. Putting shit in people's files, all that shit when they go into court, all that fucking bullshit you doing. That's why they try to get you locked up, so they can put an extra file on there. They had you stay in there long for whatever they did. Stole money, whatever the fuck you did, bitch. Fuck yourself. Go die somewhere, bitch. So they've been doing this for a long time. That's what I'm saying. They've been after you for a long time because I'm like figuring that shit out. Like, why did I go back there? Because somebody been fucking with you for a long time. Following you, fucking with you, following your life, fucking with you for some reason, putting shit in your files, getting police officers, crooked ass clerk of courts, whoever, putting shit in your files. Somebody been on your ass. I just thought about that, like, with this moon energy, using my intuition. It's a bitch that's a jealous bitch or envious ass group that's been following you for a long time. Just fucking with you. Release in the moment of completion and illumination. Release what no longer serves. So you about to release this. Whatever this is, you about to find out about this. It's about to be illuminated. Whatever he found out, whatever that supervisor found out, you never know. They could have been investigating that shit. Like, yo, who did this? Ain't no parole officer just want to let that go. That supervisor is not going to just let that shit go. They going to investigate that shit. Like, who put this shit in her files? Who tried to get her more time that she's not supposed to have? That's probably why you have people moving around and, they're under investigation. Whoever did it, they're under investigation or they've been under investigation. This is somebody that's been following you for a long fucking time. And putting illuminations around you. Like, trying to make you seem like you're a bad person and you're not. This is somebody been following your life. They've been following you around everywhere you go. Every state, every city. They know cops. They know corrupt judges. They know motherfuckers that do shit like that. But see, the thing is that they don't get is when you keep doing this shit to somebody, you won't have that corrupt judge no more. Gotta take care of them. Gotta handle them. And if you're doing witchcraft, you better know that shit coming back harder than you think. And you better know if you got a corrupt cop on your side, he can get on out of here too. Best believe that. Anything can happen. And as I always say, be cautious of how you move. You better move in silence. If you're doing corrupt shit out here to people, okay, and you took an oath under God, you better be real careful how you move out here. That means you're a blasphemy God. You really didn't mean that oath. your heart not pure, and your heart's getting weighed. Regardless if you think you got getting away with that shit, God got a way of handling people like you. And corrupt ass motherfuckers you working with to fuck with one person. I don't give a fuck about that advancement you got to get what you got. To go harm somebody, go fuck with somebody. You don't have a right to. Weird ass. Anyways, y'all, until later, I gotta come back and do a cold case file later, and then I'm done, and then I'm back to my party. But you know I love you. Ta-ta.